media discussions have formed the basis for the themes presented in this video. Here you can also see graphics created with artificial intelligence techniques. Sharing what we have learned is the driving force of this video. Our greatest hope is that this video finds a meaningful plus for you. Also, this is a speculation about the 2025 Fiat Uno. Whether or not the Fiat Uno is brought back for the 2025 model year is an intricate subject that depends heavily on the particular worldwide market that is being considered. As a brand new, mass-produced car, the Fiat Uno is quite improbable for the majority of global regions, especially industrialized markets in North America and Europe. There have been conjectural talks regarding potential future tiny Fiat vehicles that could capture the essence of the Uno or even use its name in specific Latin American markets, where the Uno brand has a more convoluted and protracted history. First, we'll analyze the situation. Uno, the first Fiat Uno, 1983-1995, internationally for a considerably longer period. In 1983, the Fiat 127 was succeeded in Europe by the revolutionary Supermini Uno, which had been developed by Giorgetto Giugiaro. Notable features included a novel tallboy design, top-notch packaging, low price, and a good fuel economy. After the Fiat Punto replaced it in 1995, production stopped in Europe. On the other hand, the Uno thrived in developing economies, particularly Brazil, and lasted considerably longer there. From 2014 forward, the first generation was manufactured there in a variety of variants, including the widely popular Uno 1000, an entry-level version. Launched in Brazil in 2010, manufacture of the second generation of the Fiat Uno, also known as the Novo Uno or New Uno, lasted until 2021. A mainstay in Brazil, this Uno was a contemporary compact hatchback that carried over the original's design cues for reliability, affordability, and ease of use. 2. Fiat's present situation and the future models following the Uno. Since the Uno has been out of production in its many iterations, Fiat has released other vehicles that, albeit with the different branding and price points, attempt to fill the gap that the Uno left. The 2016 Fiat Mobi is an ultra-compact city car that was mainly aimed at the South American market. As Fiat's entry-level offering, it prioritizes price and mobility in congested urban locations, and it is based on a platform taken from the second-generation Fiat Uno. Though smaller and more visually striking than the Uno, it adheres to the same tenets of being an affordable, straightforward vehicle. Production of the Mobi will continue until 2025 in Latin America. Introduced in 2017, the Argo is a B-segment subcompact hatchback developed for the South American market by Fiat. It is a larger and more advanced alternative to the Mobi and the previous Uno, and it succeeded the Fiat Punto and the Fiat Palio, two additional models that had been popular in the region for a long time. Fiat plans to keep producing the Argo until 2025 because it is an important model in the Latin American market. The Fiat Pulse and the Fastback are small crossover SUVs that debuted in 2021 and 2022, respectively, for the Latin American market. The Pulse is a hatchback variant of the Fastback, based on the MLA platform, which is itself derived on the Argo platform. These vehicles symbolize Fiat's foray into the region's beloved SUV market. You can bet that these popular Fiat models will be available in 2025. European International Fiat Panda. The Fiat Panda is considered by many Europeans to be the logical continuation of the original Uno's inexpensive and practical attitude. Fiat is planning to launch a new smart car platform worldwide with the introduction of the Grande Panda concept in the middle of 2024. Following in the footsteps of the original Uno, this new Panda family, which may include hybrid and electrified variants, strives for accessibility, affordability, and practicality. The new Panda has been dubbed the Fiat Uno Reborn in Brazil, a term that describes its practical, boxy design. However, this is just a rumor and not an official name for the vehicle in Brazil. 3. The prospect of a Fiat Uno in the year 2025. I really doubt it will be mass-produced in Europe or North America as a new model. The electric 500e and Panda models are at the center of Fiat's approach in these areas. For these regions, there doesn't seem to be any new vehicle wearing the Uno name. Maintaining Uno, Mobi Argo, production in South American markets, The Uno's legacy will carry on in South American versions like as the Fiat Mobi and Argo, which will be manufactured and upgraded until 2025. These do a good job of catering to the demographic that the Uno used to service. A speculative new Uno in South America. Some interesting speculation has been circulating in Brazilian automotive media, such as the Garage Master Design exercises, regarding a Fiat Uno Reborn or a new Fiat Uno 1.5 or Sprint 2026 that might be the Argo's successor or a small hatchback based on the new Panda platform used worldwide. Fiat is exploring future small cars, like the F1H project, for regional markets, potentially weak hybrid engines. These are presently just speculative designs or informal nicknames for these models. Although these vehicles may retain some of the original Uno's appealing qualities, small size, practicality, and affordability, it is highly unlikely that they would formally be called Uno according to Fiat's existing brand nomenclature. According to some older stories from early 2024, the return of the Uno is sometimes meant to be a reference to the new Fiat Panda for Europe, which is considered a spiritual successor, or to some future compact car for Brazil. A used Fiat Uno for sale in 2025. In 2025, a used Fiat Uno 1000 or Nuovo Uno is still a good choice for people looking for a cheap, sturdy, and fuel-efficient car with low maintenance expenses in areas like Brazil, where the Uno was manufactured until recently, 2021. Despite being discontinued in 2013, the Uno mill is still seen as a viable choice for Brazil because to its cost and durability, according to online comments. Assessment of potential for the year 2025. Worldwide release of a redesigned Fiat Uno under the original name, quite improbable. The electric 500e family and the new Panda lineup are part of Fiat's worldwide model strategy under Stellantis, which also includes various branding and platforms for the company's tiny automobiles. In Latin America, the new Fiat Uno is still known by its original name, unlikely to be used officially, however it could be a spiritual successor. Although there have been rumors circulating about future compact projects using the name Uno, it is more probable that these models will incorporate the Uno's original principles of affordability and practicality for the region, but will have different names, e.g., related to the new Panda family or completely new nomenclature. This market category is already served by the Mobi and the Argo. Persistence of Uno-like cars, yes. Producing models like as the ultra-compact Mobi and the subcompact hatchback Fiat Argo, which are currently popular in Latin America, will continue in 2025, meeting the demand for reasonably priced and practically designed compact cars that the Uno formerly served. A spiritually reborn Uno, in the reborn Panda family that roams the world, yes. Like the original Uno, the forthcoming worldwide Fiat Panda, and its smart car variants, is aimed squarely at urban mobility with its practical, inexpensive, and adaptable design. Even if it won't be formally called a new Uno in the official sense, a version of this new Panda may make its way to Latin American markets under that moniker. Shopping for a pre-owned Fiat Uno, certainly doable in applicable marketplaces. For instance, in 2025, used Fiat Uno cars, both the original and the Nuovo Uno, are still popular and may be a good choice because of their qualities in Brazil. Finally, for the year 2025, there has been no realistic plan or official indication that a new Fiat Uno with that particular moniker will be manufactured for international markets, particularly those in North America and Europe. As of 2021, the Uno brand is no longer used for new vehicles manufactured in the world. Nevertheless, Fiat is still cranking out affordable, practical, and small cars that could theoretically replace the Uno in some markets. This is especially true in Latin America, where models like the Mobi and Argo as well as future compacts are proving popular, and globally, with the growing and revamped Panda lineup.